Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and we're back with the second part of Talks Machina Episode 1. I've been trying to figure out the best way to do this. This is why there hasn't been another episode since the last one. The first one, Miranda chopped up. I thank you again. She did it in a way where I wouldn't see spoilers. She said the rest of the episode from here on, and I tried to confirm with other people, and they also said it was okay. So, well, I didn't try. I confirmed with other people, and they said it was okay. We're right now at the 30-minute and 25-second mark. There is still almost an hour left of this episode. So I'm like, do I break that into two parts or just do a full hour? You guys let me know. I think I'm just going to do it in one full video, but you guys let me know if you'd rather me break it up into shorter, more manageable parts, because then I could also talk before and after, give you my thoughts and ideas if I need to, though. Like, I'm feeling like I might not need to do that. It doesn't seem like there'd be much to talk about based on the fact we've just watched this whole campaign episode live back whenever we did it, and then talked about it on live stream. I don't feel like I need to break it up in parts, but I don't know if you guys want hour-long Talks Machina videos. After this, I'll break them up into two parts. I see on average they're about an hour and 20 minutes. So if I did them in two parts and did like 40 minutes an episode, that would be more manageable. It's just the way we did this one because of the way they're broken up. But other episodes are going to probably have to be edited up because of spoilers. So I don't know. We're going to have to play it by ear. I'll see how it goes. If it looks like there's a place where there's a reasonable break, like 30 minutes in, maybe I'll take a break. Maybe this will all just be one video. You guys let me know what you think or prefer based on whatever happened. Because honestly, right now, I'm just kind of playing it by ear. Besides that, we ended it on wherever I'm guessing the last spoiler was. Travis was talking about how he did a Texan type voice, and now Brian is asking the rest of the cast. So the rest of the cast, being Liam, Talzin, and Laura, I don't know if they're all going to say something, but I'm assuming they're going to go down the line, are going to say where the choices of their voices for their characters came from. I believe that's where we're going into now. I also said on Friday's live stream, which happened 2 days ago, this is Sunday, how we would probably be starting campaign 1 soon. Immediately after I did the live stream yesterday, I got a letter from Vimeo, and they're like, you're starting to exceed your bandwidth again, and I've got to figure something out because apparently I'm doing too much in the sense of not having enough data to be able to sustain the amount of people that are on Patreon now. I don't know anything about this. I'm learning as I go, obviously. I've never done this in my life. I've been a manual laborer running the arcade. I've never done stuff like this, so I learn as I go. And now I'm being told that I can't upload as much stuff as I am on Patreon. Again, it already happened like a year ago. And that was when Patreon went from like 200 to 300. Now I am approaching over 400 every month, which is amazing and awesome. But I guess it's making it where I'm using more bandwidth on Patreon. I might be explaining it wrong, but I've got to figure it out. So for now, campaign 1, I don't know, it might be delayed a little further until I can figure out what to do. It's not that I don't have the time. I just don't think I could upload it to you guys without getting some sort of flag or something. I don't know. So we're going to have to figure that out. It is Sunday right now. So after this is over, I'm going to jump into episode 10, part 1, and we're going to get a couple other things going on, but Barry is also tonight because Sundays is Barry. So just a lot of things going on, and every time a wrench is thrown into the mix, like a letter to me saying I'm uploading too much stuff, then I have to like reprocess everything and be like, all right, now how do I go forth with this without getting in trouble or doing anything wrong? I'm getting your input. You guys let me know about anything you want to let me know about based on anything I just said. And we're jumping into this. You guys want to be way ahead, full on edited episodes, all the shows on the channel, seasons out of what you're seeing, hundreds of exclusives you only see on Patreon. The link is at the end. If you're seeing this on YouTube, we have the hour-long Patreon, and hopefully other things soon. We'll see how that goes. But we're always going to get the hour-long Patreon. There are also always dozens of other exclusives up that aren't Critical Role related. Go check that out. If not, here we go. Part 2, Talks Machina, Campaign 2, Episode 1.
What was the inspiration for the voice?
Well,
the accent.
I've had
Liam.
like a year that I wanted to go wizard. Even I had a backup.
I
for the
wanted
last
to
campaign
go
and
wizard. That
Yeah,
sounded
weird,
weird the
but
way you put
I
it.
wanted to save the wizard for this campaign.
Let's
but the
go
accent,
wizard.
Came about like 3 or 4 months ago. We had a meeting, and Matt started explaining the place where we're going to be, and he's like, it's largely based on parts of it on Eastern European and German, and I just went Goo!
Zemnian.
And so for like the last 3 or 4
Oh, wow.
months, I've
Plus
been,
you speak some of that.
Put on some caps.
Nur ein bisschen.
Oh, wow.
Little bit.
Yeah, there was no subtitles that came up. I'm
I just
fucked.
heard like, why are you bitching? That's all I heard.
Why you
Why you
bitching?
bitching?
I said goat cheese.
Goat?
Oh, you did?
We had a running gag.
Goat
we both
cheese
wanted
or
to say. I
goat
was like- I was
cheese?
thinking,
The
like,
sub
we were
said
thinking,
goat
like,
cheese, but I think he meant
lavender
goat
and
cheese.
tiefling with a sickle sword.
Yeah.
And so we just sort of divided them up.
Yeah.
Sickle sword. Just want to make sure
We're like, okay,
everything is
you got the
legit.
lavender, I'll take the
Hello,
Sickle the accent,
my
it's fine.
friend.
Yeah.
Okay, we're done.
Yeah, and for the character, the accent, like I was playing with Eastern European for the, and it was not the speed of bullshit was not running fast enough.
Oh, I see.
And for other reasons that'll make more sense later, like the Irish kicked in and was like, oh, okay, this is. Yeah, for things I can't quite talk about yet, it was like this.
Yeah.
Is
I feel like he's talked about this
I mean, that's
before.
one of the
Talzin
biggest deciding
specifically.
factors
I feel like he's talked about
with
the
coming
accents.
up with what accent or what voice you're going to do. It has to be.
I
something that
remember
you
a
can
thing with him
actually
saying, like,
improv in quickly.
I sounded
Because, like,
horrible and no
there's
one can
certain
understand
accents
real
that,
Irish
we
accents.
each have in our wheelhouse that we can go to,
Yeah.
and that is one of the ones that like I'm very comfortable with and is. Like, I don't have to think about how I'm going to say something. It just will come out.
Okay, so you just
I
have
totally
something where
understand
you
what
really
she's
have
saying.
to keep it in mind.
There are just
Yeah.
certain voices I'll do all the time that aren't relevant to anything other than I just
definitely.
Care, but
feel comfortable
there's a
doing
select
them.
few where
Yeah.
I don't probably ever
I
do it with
I
you
was
guys,
doing
but certain
Uncharted and I
friends
was in a South African accent.
will be like silly like that.
Claudia was just riffing and could improv in the booth like crazy, and I was coming up with stuff in my head, but I couldn't.
Claudia from the
Articulate
bar.
it.
because you would
because I couldn't-
practice the other words.
Yeah,
because
because the accent was so
Yeah.
hard. So
I'm using this as an excuse to drill this accent into my head. I'm not super comfortable in it yet, but I'm getting there. I'm doing all right.
Yeah, they're out there, but to be able to improvise, like off the cuff, be fast, be quick and witty, like we like to be.
I gotta remember
Like,
this
I
is
was doing
episode
it, but I was
1.
like-
In my head, I'm like, I don't think he's that bad, but I
Fox and Irish,
don't
so
know.
was like, it all makes sense.
Back in
to me, but I think
episode
to all
1,
of
I'd
us
have to
that, like,
remember.
We're not Game of Thrones. We're not going to come out right in episode 1 and be like fully realized. This is a game.
Yeah, fuck
We're
that. There's
goofing
no way
around. We're
about
figuring
that.
it out. It's going to
Yeah.
take 5 or. I mean, we didn't feel like Vox Machina right away. It took like months of like sinking in.
Oh Jesus! Half of the show was just.
I mean, we're about to start episode 10. I think he was about to say it's not like 5 or 10 episodes
When
in.
Sam opened his mouth.
oh my god.
So about 10 episodes in. I mean, I feel like they're in their
Before
own.
the show
I
started, and I
remember.
was like, oh fuck.
Not like character-wise. It was like, okay, Percy, you got that? You
Yeah.
like looked at me in the eye, and I
I
was
was
just
like,
like,
I'm so sorry.
I know that's,
We're
there's
not
going to be
friends
some
anymore.
slips probably, but
Oh no.
yeah, they'll be endearing when they happen. Miss Sunflower 94 says, for all of you, what drew you to these?
Where's the question? I was going to say, usually they show it.
Louder.
Who wants to answer?
So this is going right off the voices. What drew you to the race?
Yeah, they do. Confirmed.
Confirmed.
Was there any abilities or any adjustments or any stuff that drew you to the race that you chose specifically? Like Travis half orc, what was?
I
Just 'cause the
wonder
way
if
they look,
Laura
you
and
kinda want
Talzin
awesome.
knew they
Yeah,
were both doing
so there are certain
tieflings.
things
Like,
about
did that
Fjord
factor in?
That'll be revealed later, and I would be lying if I didn't say that I want to dress up like that later.
Dude,
Dude,
So-
thinking about the cosplay was
Yeah,
like.
when I was looking at like the tabaxis, I'm like, do I want to put a fucking cat nose on and like
Yeah.
pretend that I'm in fucking
I want you
what's the
to.
musical?
Cats? Oh my god. Would I want to put on a cat nose and be in that? Look down.
that's been gift.
You would have looked more like
That's Ben Gift.
Tekken.
and now
You look like Beast from Beauty and
The
the
moment
Beast is
with
what you would look
Travis.
like.
Is he talking about?
Oh,
Did he
wow.
say Tekken? Tekken's one of my favorite ever. War
Big ass
Turtle.
show.
I wanted a
Squirtle.
comfortable outsider.
yeah, what's that show about the
No.
Teenage Mutant Ninja ones, Travis?
The adolescent radioactive black belt hamsters.
Look, grog is a long detoxification process.
understand.
Okay?
I understand.
It
He
takes
is
a while to
still-
get out the veins.
Liam,
He's still
what
grog
attracts
at
you
heart.
about a human.
What attracts you about a human?
Personality.
They're warm. They're nice to touch.
My favorite part of the fireside chat, I'm going to go back a week. My favorite part of the fireside chat was when Liam was like, yeah, I kissed some guys in college, and Sam was like, I'm right here.
Oh my god.
That was my favorite part. Anyway, continue.
I knew that I wanted to play wizard for a long time, but
Yeah.
not what race initially. And everyone else was saying what they were going to be, and everyone else was weird. So I thought it would be good to be the unassuming normal in the middle of it all.
Yeah.
See,
Have some really great perks.
Oh yeah.
see, like how he just said, I picked human because no one else was human. Did Molly and Laura both just decide I want to be tieflings?
And So I was
Well,
like,
we have 2 humans now.
I know,
I was
but-
token human last
but
time.
I know. But Marisha's human is more exotic than
That's
mine.
That's what I've said.
Well,
Actually, like,
Marisha
your
is here.
character
I've
is
said this
more
before
yoga.
in later episodes, obviously.
Hey
Marisha
guys, this question
is
comes
obviously
from
human,
Onions
right?
Have
But she's
Layer.
also like more mystical, like a monk,
great name.
parkour ninja master, fighter girl.
Can we have
Caleb's just a
details,
dude.
any that you want to
That's a
share
wizard.
about your Session 0 games with
Can we
Matt?
have details?
All of you got a Session 0 game except for Ash because she was shooting
There's one
ABCs.
obvious.
I've heard
Sure
this
about two
before.
of you dunces.
I think Matt talked about that already,
Oh, okay.
but yeah, we almost died.
The twins.
Session
their second
0
lives went
games?
down.
Yeah, I was one death saving throw away from
That's right.
being not Jester.
I could have
and
let her
nobody.
die. I literally spent my one fucking health potion on this one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, we're squishy, man.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can, like, nothing
feels
really that
honored.
exciting happened in my.
I know
my
you
zero
guys
other
have
than just, like,
explained this to me, or I've heard this before.
yeah.
Ash-
These are just
yeah, she
one
wasn't
shots,
there,
so
she
to
saved
speak,
my
I'm
life.
guessing?
She was being tanked by a.
Where you see like what you're actually
Does
capable
that
of.
for me nightly when she calls
I
and
mean,
says, Did you
The
leave
fact
the
it's
oven?"
called 0 leads me to believe you go to
Anything
0
else you
hit
guys
points
wanna
or something to
share
that
about
effect.
it, or
Do we want to
keep it pretty.
hide how those things went down? I don't know.
Oh no, I feel like it will come out.
Okay, save
Yeah.
it then. Save it.
Yeah.
We'd rather see it in the game than have it spoiled for us on the
If
shitty
it
ass
gets,
talk.
if it
Nothing
gets
that
like
exciting.
farther down the line and we still haven't talked about it, then
How many
we'll
views?
do it.
I'm gonna
Onions
just look
have
real
layer
quick.
actions.
How many views does this
Keep
thing
your eyes
get?
peeled for the answer to that
Oh.
Where are we gonna look real quick?
Wow, that was a
Really?
Couple
question.
100,000.
4:44 p.m.
Couple 100,000 views. It's not too
How
shabby.
did you guys decide who would be grouped up prior to the campaign starting? Was that Matt's decision, or did you guys kind of?
well.
That was our decisions. That was our decisions.
I said I had a
That was our
circus and
decision?
invited
That was our
people.
decisions.
See, this is interesting questions.
And I went, you wanna?
These are things like
It
I've
was
been
pretty
curious
casual at
about.
first, and then it
We've
turned
talked about this too.
I built a circus and then offered whoever wanted to join, and Marisha kicked it around for a while and ended up not doing it, and then
That's
Ash
cool.
kicked it around for a while and said yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and we knew each other's backstory without like
we've
being
been married.
involved. Yeah, because we talked about it with
Because
each other,
we
and then we realized like, hey, we could have totally met up in this way. Like this could have happened, and so we decided to like have had that history,
Oh,
and
that's
then
cool.
and then when we were figuring
That's
out what we were
cool.
gonna play,
Yeah, so after they
so
decided what they were going to do,
yeah,
they kind of could
should've
tie something
joined the
together.
game as well.
Once again, since a lot of people asked about it, we didn't film or audio record those. Those are just for you guys and Matt to experience together. Taliesin, question that
I can never
had,
see it. That was
how
gonna
did
be
it
one of my
feel
questions. Where do
to
I
sit
see
there
this?
across the table from Matt, knowing he was rolling the golden snitch against you?
Yeah,
now?
thank you. Good question,
Fucking
Foster.
dick.
And you were rolling balls too.
Yeah, what
yes.
the hell, Tal?
I need new dice. I know. I'm working on
You
it.
gave away the Elder Wand.
Man,
What the hell's the matter with you?
I'm used to it's just like this is burn down your idols is just sort of a yeah I may have made a terrible decision. Wouldn't be my first, probably not my last, but yeah.
I'm interested to see how that dice rolls in this campaign.
I'm thinking about getting in and.
I've definitely
slight
heard
dents.
this mentioned.
I know where it is.
I know where it is too. It's right
It
behind me.
screws us
Yeah.
twice.
Right
We're
over
gonna
there.
Hold like a
Maybe you
spec
can like
ops to go
switch
retrieve
it out for a different gold
What
dice,
is
and
back
he
there?
doesn't
Is
know
that
it well enough.
Vex
You
or
might
something
not
on
know.
the
Yeah,
shelf?
that's fair. We could switch it out for one of Marisha's.
Trinket's awesome. There is
You
so
guys
many
kinda touched on this a
interesting
second
things
ago.
back there.
Custardy wants to know
Custardy?
for Laura and Travis.
Custardy or
How long have
custard E?
Jester, Fjord,
The letter
is it-
E.
I'm saying Fjord correctly, right? Okay.
Fjord.
How long have Jester,
It's Fjord.
Ford, and Beauregard known each other, and
There
how
we
do
go.
you see that relationship?
Deep, yes. Oh, it is
We've known each
custardy
other
with a
longer than we've
Y.
known Bo.
Okay.
Which ain't that long.
Ain't
really.
that long, but kind of a bit longer.
Yeah, a little bit
Okay.
longer. Yeah.
Like
it's-
a week longer, I would say.
Yeah, we are pretty freshly new acquaintances. We,
So you would define the relationship as
Very new.
basically acquaintances.
Yeah,
And,
like it-
Yeah, like
met up in happenstance. We'll kind of it'll come out, but it is new. It's not like a year, like not even a year. Not even close.
when
Not
when
even
the
close.
episode,
All right.
the
So
actual
I kind of
party
assumed that by
episode
now.
started, and
But I
Matt
was,
began
I mean,
to
they might tell
describe
us a little more
Wildemount, which
background.
when he comes on the show, I will pronounce as Wildemount, just to drive him crazy.
Wildemount. Because of the E, I guess.
Barely looked at his notes. He was
know,
just.
he
It was
knew.
just like it was bursting out of him, like he
Yeah.
had been holding in this new world,
well,
you know,
he sent
for
us
so
all
long.
like this email months and months ago that had, okay, this is your new location. These are like this is the government. These are the cities.
Wow.
You know, so that we would be able to build our backstories and go, okay, this is where I'm from. And,
Yeah.
you know,
Travis, are you shaking your head because you didn't read it?
I would like to know
Yeah, pretty.
how
I read
much
it
they're
3
given.
times
Like, does
because
Matt show
it
them
was
everything
like
of the world? You could be from like
Encyclopedia.
any
It was
place, or
really
you got to
involved.
focus on a certain area, obviously,
Kind
because
of
everyone's got
intimidating when you read that and
to
you're
come
like,
together.
"Oh, I had
Like,
a
what if-
stupid
I mean,
one
it
shot
wouldn't
one
make sense
time,
if you
that's
were
about
all
the
over
best
the
that I could
place.
do. He
Yeah.
made this whole intricate.
I know, it's
oligarchy.
crazy.
It's crazy.
That's why I said it's so good to be back in his imagination again.
Yeah.
Liam, Emily265 asks, how long have Caleb and Not known each other? How did Not save his life?
Well, we'll let that come out if it's going to come out. Longer than the trio
Okay.
did. Months.
Months. Wow. Okay. Enough to get dirty.
Yeah, that's all good. Yeah.
Yeah. How would you describe their relationship?
A very new friendship.
Okay.
These aren't, I mean, I guess they can't tell certain things, but these are very,
Lovers.
very, like, non-descriptive at
Has a
all.
question.
We're getting very
Were you
loose
already familiar
answers.
with the NPC members of the carnival troupe, or were they as new to you as to the others?
I like the questions.
That's a very good question.
Yeah, I like it.
I had been given notes on them previously and had put a few things in Matt's head, and a lot of them are actually based off friends of ours, which does not entirely surprise me, of like people that we know. So it was very, I mean, it was all
Like
pretty
PBS.
decent put
He
together,
said
but
people we know. PBS.
That was mostly Matt,
Or what
but
did
he gave me
did he say
a
PBS?
rundown of everybody, and we did a little bit of back and forth. So yeah, I was ready and prepared, and already had some idea of the. Oh, that's what you're doing. I already had some idea of the relationships involved there and what the performances were going to be. I was not prepared for how he described it, but it was great.
When you told me Carney a few months ago, I got really excited, and I'm really excited now about the possibilities.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm really excited because I know a little bit about. What
Well,
you
we
do.
already know the
Sure.
future,
Culture is interesting.
Yeah.
and the carnival's been over.
It gets weird in there.
I mean, he
so-
still is a carny, I
Ash
guess.
grew up with some Carnies, and so I've been around a few of them, and
I
Yeah.
grew up with a few myself.
yeah, I know. it's
Really?
crazy.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, nobody's surprised, Allison. Well, we're gonna give away some more free shit real fast.
Is he
Our
for
next
real?
giveaway is for you, the fans that create and send in incredible art.
See, where are we at
photos
now?
during
40 I mean-
Well, it's time for fan art of the week.
There's still a good 35 minutes. Fan art of the week.
Well, it wasn't easy. Did the logo already come up?
yeah.
Oh shit! This week's fan art winner was sent in by Sammy. For anyone wondering if I got better at my job over the break, the answer is no.
The answer is cats.
The answer is cats. This week's fan art winner was sent in by Sammy, aka at Luckiest Squid.
Sammy is my cat. How crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I dig it. Oh,
So-
I dig
oh,
that.
come on,
Yeah, put it
Lashif.
back.
Do you know how long they worked on that, Lashif? Put it up on the goddamn.
I was going to say, good call.
They're happening right there.
Oh, double jester.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, double jester. Good call.
yeah.
Caleb, not.
That-
Everyone's there. That is hot. I like that.
Reaching for his book.
That's a tight butt.
Oh, and we got, is that the sisters and the Toad Man with the girl? And then you got
Those
You guys
lollies.
should
Orna?
check
Was it
out
Orna?
Sammy's,
The fire girl? Look at
Twitter
that.
looks
That is
like
awesome.
Instagram.
That is
Thank
actually
you to
really damn
everyone who
cool.
submitted.
It had
Congrats to you,
the Knot
Sammy. For
sisters.
your art, you
I think
will
it's
be winning
Orna.
this
And then
Lacewood
Kyrie and
complete dice
the little
tower
girl.
System.
I haven't seen the
like
Lacewood in
that.
person.
Please model this in
Wormwood again.
value.
Cool shit, guys. If I played,
Tower with the cock-
if I played and had like a weekly thing, I would be buying all this
is good
shit.
for holding like a fancy set or like all of your D20s or maybe just like 6 of your D20s. This
love
is
how she's
good
getting into
for
character.
holding.
I was gonna say
you know,
she's
like,
doing a jester,
all
a
your
little bit of a
other
jester.
things that you want to sort out.
You can roll into that too.
You can
Dice
roll into
roll.
this, but this is also very good for sorting out your dice before you roll on the dice tower.
The dice tower.
I want one.
Just
of-
blocking
I
out
want
his
one of these.
wife. Just blocking out his wife's
I will talk
face.
to my friends at Wormwood and I'll see if I can get
Are
one
the
for
cheese
you.
puffs part of the giveaway?
Now, why are they sitting there?
Those are for you, my
Yes, bitches, score!
I love you. That is the complete.
He got
dice
so
tower
excited
for our
over
friends at
cheese
Wormwood
puffs.
For you, luckiest squid or whatever. Make sure to check out Wormwood on Twitter at Wormwood Gaming and on their website at wormwoodgaming.com. How about that new table?
I was just gonna say, I've told you guys
If you
before,
guys
I
didn't
just
get,
watched a
there's
video
couple
of the
screenshots
unboxing
online.
of a new
but there's some photos
Kickstarter
out there, so
table
if you
that
guys wanna
Wormwood
search
did
on
like a
Twitter or
couple
whatever,
months or
take a look
years
at that
ago,
shot of
and the
it.
girl just did a video of it
Yeah,
recently.
before the show, just
And she
feeling it.
shows the whole thing. It looks frigging awesome.
You guys each
Magnetic
have,
cup holders
little
and stuff.
cubby holes
I just-
underneath where you can keep all your stuff.
I just
and then
need
it keeps
a
clutter off the
group
table
and a bunch of
stuff.
people. I'll buy
It's really
it. I'll
cool.
buy 10 tables.
Okay, we're gonna move on. A few more questions. This is for everyone. Hadley DeForti wants to know, which character are you most excited to have interact with your character and why?
Ooh, I like that.
Ooh, I feel like I just. asked
I'm
a bunch of
curious what
junior
they
hires if
say.
They want to stay up late.
Because I can't guess because I already kind of know. I'm curious what they
I
say.
don't know. I'm enjoying so many, so much of it.
Yeah, I want to talk to Not and Caleb more.
Yeah.
I mean, that would make sense
Yeah,
since
they would.
the three of them are a group
Probably
and
wanna
Not
talk
and
to
Caleb are a
Molly
group.
more.
Talzin's in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I want to have a talk with you. I already know that I don't like Bo, and that excites me.
Interesting.
Like Molly and Bo are already. Molly's already like, oh God.
Really?
Why?
Oh,
Yeah.
a smart ass. That's
Yeah.
great.
Oh, is it just because of
Great. You
that?
must be so proud.
Yeah.
Look at you.
I mean, the funny thing is, I told you I was not about Bo. First couple episodes, I can't remember exactly,
Laura.
but first episode, I was not a fan of Bo. Bo was my
Not
dead
yet.
last. Now Bo's my number one.
Point out online.
If you're watching this back
our
then,
characters are like the
by episode 9,
the
Bo is my
talkers of the
favorite.
Group, even though both of us were pretty quiet in that game.
We were.
But our stats
You
say
have the highest charisma, the
Yeah.
two
our
of you
stats
do.
say that we're the negotiators. So I'm
Right.
looking forward to figuring out what that dynamic is.
Yeah.
Instead of just like two brothers like fucking with each other.
Yeah.
What it's gonna be.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
better be careful though, because some people may not be very good at charisma, but they don't know that.
I don't know.
That's
I
a-
don't know what
Talk
you
to
just
me like
said.
this.
I know,
What
this is
you're
going
talking
to be a thing.
That sounds like Bo, regardless of what she's referencing.
Fucking accent.
Bo has a lack of charisma,
Save
let's
us
just
from
say
you
that.
with the
Or at
question
least
and
did, and is getting better.
Sinforia says, are you doing okay playing a character who is bad with money?
Okay. Yeah, no, it's fine.
A character who's bad with money.
Gear up for
She
long
was adding up
answer.
everything on our Knoll adventure. She wasn't
I'm totally
bad.
fine being a character that is terrible with money, but like me personally,
Maybe
like,
'cause
I really
she's
like
spoiled.
to keep track of things. So
Yes.
I like to.
As a player.
Yeah, no, as a
She
player,
kept
like,
track of
I like
every
to
knoll
write
and
shit
hyena
down.
and everything.
I saw somebody online being like, "Well, Laura's just greedy, obviously." I'm not greedy.
No, you're not greedy.
I
You have a hard time
100%
throwing shit
agree.
away, though. You
I'm
are
a
bit of a
hoarder.
packer.
I
if
would say
anything.
you're
I
not
talk
a
about
hoarder
money
because
all
your
the
house
time.
is very
It has
big.
nothing to do with
I would
greed.
say you're
I just
more
need
of a
money to
collector
survive.
who
So I always go to
maybe
money
has,
because I used to be
maybe
quite
has,
poor.
letting go
So
issues.
money's a big deal because I don't ever want to be
Say
poor
yes,
again.
lady.
So I make
You
plans
can
and
totally
I
keep
want
that,
money.
and then 6 months
It's not
later, it
greed.
hasn't moved.
I work for it.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
told
even
him
tell
that.
her.
I'm like, I said, if just throw something away if I don't know. But no, the point
I
of the
totally get what
comment
she's saying.
was to say,
There is a
That's why every
it's
time
like
I
a
go to your
fine
house,
line
Travis
and
is
people
around a
look at it
dumpster
differently.
fire. And he's just
What do you
putting.
need, Brian? The
I
plastic
like
fumes
to-
are a little strong.
I like to keep track of things.
Yeah.
And so it's
And
hard
she's
to not
totally
be
right
the
because I said
treasurer.
she literally kept track of everything.
Because like that's why Vex was the treasurer to begin with, is because I like to write shit
Yeah.
down.
And you're
we
very
don't know where anybody
organized.
is.
And
Like I used to
Yeah,
do
like,
stuff
be
like this.
organized in
Like
that way.
we'd all go to
So,
the
but,
movies,
like, when it
and I'd
comes
be
to,
like,
like,
everyone
being
owes like
stupid with money,
15
I'm totally
bucks,
fine being
and people would be like,
yeah.
Yeah.
dude, here's 20. Like I don't care, it's just money, and I'm like, well then you're an idiot. Because it's not
not
about
bad yet.
the money. It's about we
not
each owe
greedy.
$15. I like things organized.
You're not greedy.
Don't, like,
Nobody
act
said
like
you were
I'm
greedy. The
You're
question
actually
was just-
Cheap
I'm
because I'm
greedy. I'm
telling
not
everyone
greedy.
you owe a certain amount of money.
Tip well.
Like things like that.
People online also
Stop
think the
lying.
Earth is flat.
Guys, we
That's true.
are our characters. Don't lie.
Yeah, 100%.
Don't lie.
Yeah.
I kill people 1 out of 2 times.
And those are not your real teeth.
I'm so brave.
Yeah.
Taliesin,
I'm so brave.
Reverse Aquamath has a question
Yeah.
for you. Are you using
Reverse.
a currently existing deck for your fortunes or one of your own creations?
Whoa, boy. Okay.
Currently isn't existing.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh wow. Yeah, this was actually going to be his accent for a while. I'm really.
were gonna do
no,
like a
fuck
Minnesota?
No.
Oh
Oh
my
God,
gosh.
no.
Oh,
Yeah, that was someday.
I feel like-
someday for a one shot.
We did we not have a Minnesota kind of
It's
The
accent?
I
original
would've
deck that
loved
I've
it.
been working on, I actually like.
I think it was like the
over
John
Christmas break, I tried to get a
Wayne.
little farther with it. It's not done.
Pull Matt
I tried to get a
Soul.
little farther with it with my brothers. My little brother is a game designer, and my
Paul
little brother
Matt.
is
I know
DMs
it's
his own
poor
game,
Matt
so I was
Soul.
like, I have this insane.
Paul Matt
I want to make an
Soul.
in-game fortune-telling deck. How crazy am I? And they're like, no, this is a great way to spend Christmas instead of talking to the rest of the family. So we
Yeah,
turned it
yeah,
into a little.
yeah.
Bless them. So it's not finished yet, and it's an original deck. And once it's finished, I will.
By
show
now,
you
it
all
must
the cards
be.
and what they mean.
Was that at the official Illuminati Jaffe Christmas?
By now, if he has done what he said, it should all be completed.
Where the headquarters are.
I mean, this is years ago, right? When did this air? Where are we going to click over again?
Follow-up question.
2018.
Put this on the screen, Lashif.
2018.
Aaron Hennessy asked, what was the gift that Laura got you that
4 years old.
she wanted you to go
It
retrieve
was an
immediately?
experimental fortune-telling day. It was really nice, nice.
Experimental fortune-telling
Well,
deck?
there's the classical tarot decks, but a lot
Brian's
of
like,
people
"What
sometimes
is
will
that?"
do intense
Unless he
deviations
knows
of
and
the
I'm
form.
just crazy.
This is a very interesting intense deviation of the form, and I'm really enjoying it. It's quite good.
It was an artist that I found that
It's gorgeous.
it was so beautiful, and I immediately.
I will say they have some crazy artists. Fan art. I mean, people just sending stuff in. The one that just won the fan art of the week.
You wrap
That was
presents?
pretty incredible.
Ugh, I hate giving you gifts because they just look so shitty.
No, I love your presents,
Well, if you
Brian.
didn't put it in a fucking trash bag, it'd be you know.
Well, that's all I got, living on the edge.
If
know,
you
my
didn't
health
put it in a
is so
fucking
Liam,
trash bag.
Question for you from Dep the Sierra.
Howdy.
You said a bit ago that you chose Sam's class and race for this campaign. How did Sam react when you revealed he was going to play as a goblin rogue?
Well, it's a funny thing because I never said that. Sam said that.
Sam said that, correct.
And it's almost true. Sam for months was like, I don't know what I want to do, and I sort of brainstormed, and I was like, I think the coolest thing I think would be if you were a goblin rogue, because it's totally different what you did.
So it's just
You're
an
the funniest
idea
fucker
or
in this
some
group, and I
advice.
think that there would be a lot of comedy there for you, possibly. I threw out swashbuckler too as another
Oh,
possible
wow.
option, and then he just kept saying like, I don't know.
Swashbuckler
And I said,
would have
"Ooh,
probably
go with my character.
clashed with Ford.
Good.
I mean, technically you did choose his character, but not
hilarious.
quite how it
But
was
he
said.
didn't tell like
Swashbuckler would have
being
collided with
It had
Ford.
nothing to do with me. That was all Sam.
Oh, interesting. Makes sense. Makes sense. Travis, Daniel Braden asks a question that a lot of people are interested in hearing an answer to.
I probably won't answer it.
Well, please don't.
Okay.
What's it like
So-
to have charisma and intelligence?
Oh man.
Grog.
I don't know. I
related.
haven't really exercised either of
It's
them
like
yet.
being
When I saw you
Willingham.
grab the flyer for the carnival, and I was like, he can read.
Oh my God,
I
yeah.
can read.
See, I wasn't
I
in.
don't know. We'll see how it goes.
I never watched Campaign 1.
it's
I've only
nice
seen
to not
Legend
have
of Ox.
to, put the
So,
grog filter on things.
it's hard
Like,
for
oh,
me
I
to
didn't know that. Oh, he wouldn't
only
say that.
accept
Come up with that idea.
Travis as that. Honestly, I've seen Travis way more as
It is,
Ford
as
at this
you've seen,
point.
There's a little residual funk that's still in the pipes. So, yeah, I think we'll figure it out.
It's
in our
almost
comments.
weird.
We
I look at
kinda do the
Vox
voices more,
Machina
and we figure out
as
who the personalities
them, not
are. We
these
mentioned it
people.
before, like you
Campaign
really
2,
have
I
to
look at
build, like,
these
this
people.
neural pathway of taking what your brain hears and what your reaction is and how it comes out through the character. And some people are already there, Chester, and others we're like figuring it out and how we talk to other people and what that person says and kind of what they're doing.
Molly's doing
Wow.
Yeah, there's a whole
some
bunch
kind of
stuff
weird
that-
Tai Chi or something in his
Put a little
seat.
grog residue left in the pipe.
Oh, there's a bunch.
Little
There's a bunch.
grog
Everybody,
residue
I know
left.
Ashley's
Like
thinking the same
uranium
thing.
and leaves traces.
Oh, I thought Ashley was a whole other
Ashley
person.
was
Yeah.
pretty solid.
She's
was
going
so
with like
scary.
a light Scandinavian
I
accent,
love
which is
it.
her heritage, which is her want, as they say.
Yeah, man.
You could definitely see that.
Yeah,
15
I mean,
degrees, no problem.
She's one sexy ass motherfucker
Intimidating.
anyway. But Caitlin Pillow
That's
asks for
his
Laura
wife.
Callison, Tiefling,
I don't know
goat
when they got
legs, or
married, but I know
humanoid-
at some
humanoid
point
legs, why or why not?
They are married.
Human legs.
Human easier to
legs.
cosplay.
Human easier to cosplay.
That's true. You don't have to have a
Full
bunch of
on.
like Pan's
Also, like,
Labyrinth
so
looking.
much of Jester's stuff is already very human, and like, so yeah, just
Makes
human
sense. Yeah.
I feel like they weren't very.
legs. Human
Yeah.
Virgos.
For all from Lease 574, were you surprised at any aspect of each other's new character?
Sam's accent.
Sam's
Oh my
accent.
God.
Yep.
Yeah.
How, do you think he's going to be able
What
to
is
keep
it?
it up for
It's
the next
a,
couple months while he's still alive?
Cockney? He's got like a Cockney accent, I think he said. I mean, I know what it is.
Taliesin shit stirring, like just right out the gate. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Surprised
I
by
expected that.
I expected it. I really loved your accent, so
Thank you.
works for me. And I wasn't expecting Ashley to be such a stone cold fucking killer.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
pretty
She
tough.
was
Honestly, Ashley, I would say, is the most shocking to me.
a lot
All
closer
the
to
rest
how
of
she
them
is in
kind of
real
just
life
make sense to me.
Yeah.
Even though
lot of people
Ford
think
is
in
way
real life
different than
she's very
Grog, the way
whatever.
Travis plays him.
Cut her off on the 405.
Ashley's.
She'll
You can
fucking
see
cut
Yeah,
some.
she will
Yeah,
kill you.
because Ashley like just looks like a tiny
Right,
person.
Ashley.
Yeah.
And then she was a tiny
Cool hoe
person. She was
Ashley.
Pike.
Cool.
Next time she's on the show, I have to have her tell that story.
Cool, cute
Travis, We're gonna skip to 24, Lashif. Grant P. Design wants to know, a falchion is such a specific weapon choice. What prompted that?
Oh,
Yeah, I
gotta
knew
be
with a hexblade, you needed, some sort of weapon. It doesn't necessarily have to be a blade or a sword. And so it was my pleasure and delight to be able to turn through the player's handbook and kind of look at all the weapons and go like, ooh.
Yeah.
And it was just picking the thing that kind of spoke to me. And I saw the sword, and it was a little different from a scimitar. It was a little different from...
I
the
have
other
played
sort of
many
options.
a role-playing game, and scimitars,
Actually,
falchions, they're all part of
looked up
the
different
game.
images of it,
I
and
dig
there
what the
are all sorts
falchions
of
looked like when
varieties.
I
Some
used to
are thin and
play.
long, some are elven.
I mean, everything's
and
different.
I found one that's very like stout and
Falchions
straight,
are
and
pretty
just the
cool,
tip
though.
Is curved and sharp, but it has a very broad
Same.
blade to it. Yeah.
You don't
And
have to say it. Everyone's thinking.
I know. But it just really spoke to me. I thought it looked really cool. And
Laura fell asleep.
And it was just called a falchion.
Funny thing about the falchion that Danny showed me before the show, Google Analytics, on the 11th,
Yep.
it's
Like, I'm pretty sure in
the
Final
search
Fantasy
for people
III
looking up what a
was the first
falchion
time I
is.
remember seeing a
Amazing.
falchion.
We
At some
only have a
point,
few more
one of the
questions,
characters
or time for a few
upgraded
more
to a
questions.
falchion,
Laura,
I believe.
November the 11th asks,
It was Final Fantasy
without
III.
revealing too much, can you tell us about Jester's deity? Is it a new deity, or is it one that we've already come to know?
Oh gosh.
Might be a hard one to answer, but
The Traveler.
I mean, okay. Well.
How's she going to explain it now that I know?
Didn't change my deity from the one shots.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So there's that.
All right. Almost Funny Videos is going to get a lot of views tonight of people out there looking at your one shot with Greg Mallard.
Somebody in the comments probably already said it.
Towson,
Guaranteed. If they were
Iraq
watching
Snips
this, someone in
wants
the
to know,
comments
how does it
already said,
feel
I
to
know
be
that exact
starting in
episode, and it is this. The Traveler has come.
It's like coming home.
It is.
I was having that moment of just, oh man, Molly doesn't like cops. This is gonna go really poorly.
Yeah.
Oh no, oh no.
Yep. Let's see.
It's so weird that there's nothing they could really say, because this is so early on. Majority of it is spoilers. Like, I am very familiar with The Traveler. The Traveler interests me a lot, and we just saw in episode 9,
I've been thrown
The
down
Traveler
there by-
visited.
I've been thrown
I
by
just
there
can't remember
by
the-
private security.
He was in that basement cell. Yeah.
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 It was in a house. It was
That
in
was
that
when
big
we tried
mansion.
to get the heart of the nightmare.
No.
No.
It had that. It had
The torture chamber
that.
and the big swingy thing.
That little demon upstairs too. That was
Yeah.
all like
Oh,
bouncing
yeah,
through the
yeah,
bookshelves.
Whoa.
And the succubus.
We thought it was
The
haunted.
succubus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That is a lot of stuff. There was the thing with the succubus and the little demon, and the thing with the thing, and like, what the hell are they talking about?
Favorite terrain, right?
I don't even want to know, because I feel like
Let's
this
talk
might
about
be things I'm not supposed to know, but
Frumpkin is
I'm lost.
Caleb's fine familiar.
Frumpkin.
And where did the idea and the name of Frumpkin come from?
Frumpkin with a P, not Frumkin, which is evidently something really dirty. The internet tells me.
Oh.
Whatever. Everyone made a big thing about fun buns too, and then for 2 years I got adorable pictures of ladies
Fun
with
buns.
So I'm not
Hey,
saying.
We've all
But
With a
Frumpkin,
Oh sure.
got a couple of from me.
fun
too.
buns.
Frumpkin was my cat when I was little.
I've never heard Frumkin is a bad thing.
4?
Yeah,
I know, because you told me earlier.
I did. Okay, yeah. So it's
Adorable.
It's just a nice little. At least somebody does.
What'd you say?
I get paid too.
It's just like a comfy reminder of simpler times.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's
and
cute.
then it's a friggin' ability really that that wizards have, and I got a lot of ritual casting coming, motherfuckers. I don't have to spend my spell slots.
Yes.
So
Really
Yes,
great.
I know. That's
Cat's
what's
out.
nice.
Ritual
The
casting
cat's
takes, like,
out.
what, an hour?
no,
No,
it takes
Detect
10 minutes
Magic
longer
does
than
10
whatever it
minutes.
is. So if it's
So
an
as long as you're
action
not in
spell-
battle, you're fine.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yep.
Hey, you're allergic to cats in real life, Travis.
For real.
Incredibly.
And we've already experienced that too. I've said this. Talks Machina would help,
The second
because it's
she-
answering
she-
things
she was
I've
like,
asked you
"Hi,
guys
bring
earlier.
Frumpkin up and jump on my lap, and I was like, "This is happening." Because instantly, just the thought of it, my nose like started to tickle. And I was like, "Yep, Fjord's gonna be fucking allergic to cats. This
Yeah.
is gonna happen." Yeah, I see pictures of cats, and I'm like, "Can you take them
Well,
away?"
there probably will be no art of cats or anything.
And to be fair, I also had a
years.
cat when I was a kid. I had it for a while. My parents just couldn't figure out why I was so damn sickly.
Isn't that sad?
My
That
cat's
is
name
sad.
was Mary Midnight. Thank you very much.
Mary
All black cat,
Midnight.
yes.
Wow, that's amazing.
Slept
What
in
a
my basement,
name.
went to the hospital.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I feel like that explains so much.
Slept on my face.
On my face, and I
My
was like,
cousin
"Oh, that is a story."
used to be, well,
Okay.
I'm sure he still is,
We're
but we
over
used
our
to hang
time, but I'm
out
gonna squeeze a
every,
couple
like
more in
Wednesday
just
and
because-
Sunday, we'd go out drinking,
Yeah.
and I had
Mike
cats all over, and
Garcia
he would get
asks to Liam and Laura, does the
destroyed
separation
until he
feeding
started
help
taking
keep you from slipping
allergy
back
pills
into
and stuff.
20s?
Yeah.
Yeah, I also think the different accents
Yeah.
really help from keeping us slipping
Yeah.
back into 20s.
But also, we're always going to be 20s.
Well,
So.
obviously.
Travis, you will be. Yeah, you are sitting the exact
Hey.
same right now.
What?
Danny just pointed out. Yeah.
Does the separation of
hilarious.
seating
Yeah, there
help
you go.
keep you from slipping back
Travis.
into
Callisto Lex
tweenies?
wants to know, how do you feel about being at a separate table from the dice horde?
The way, see, the subtitles there
light
screwed me
where I
up.
am. There's so
I
much
thought
real
they were
estate.
talking about them being
Let's
twins,
jingle,
but then it
jangle.
said they're 20s,
Ritual
and I thought they were
dice
talking about them
rolling.
being
Sam,
young.
sorry.
Threw me off with the subtitles.
Man.
Sam, the whole, like, before we started was like, really?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, really?
Yeah.
Like, every single thing I did, I was like, come on, man.
And he'll get to
Get
watch,
ready
you'll get
for
to
it.
watch your
I'm excited,
hand
I'm into
hover
it.
over a
Thank you,
dice, and then
Tyler.
go to that
Excited
one,
and
and then go to that one, and go to
And
that one.
I'm helping Sam because honestly, he never has any fucking dice.
He has one die
One
of each
stupid set, and he always has to
thing.
roll, and especially if he's a roller.
I
player,
like
then
them
he's rolling
together.
other
It's
shit.
literally all you
Yeah.
need is one.
I
of
like
each
her
die.
and Sam together
that's
because
not-
the
that's
two
not
of them
if you have to
are
roll
my
80
chaotic
dice,
little
roll
entertainment.
One
and
at
he
a
rolls-
time.
He's gonna roll a D6
The rest of them
Sometimes
I
you're gonna
told
want to
him
murder
though
him.
straight
serve
up
more of a
that
I
if he
mean,
needs
that's,
new dice, like,
I
he
can't say they
needs to
serve
have
more
a
of a
dice in the game,
purpose,
he
but
cannot grab them from my
they're
tray.
just chaos.
Yeah.
And
You
Bo
can't touch
is
any of this that I've
right
already
there with
sorted,
him, but my
like,
favorite.
The big bag you can,
Yeah,
you
and
can use.
I'm too far away from him to
I
borrow
will-
from now.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
buy the little goblin a box of D6s. It's fine. I got it covered.
Oh, good, good. He'll lose them.
Yeah.
Our last two
I'll keep
questions. I've seen a lot of wrecks in my life.
Liam buys him
This is
some
a
dice,
waffle wreck, and that's who
not
our questions.
steals and gives him stuff.
How worried are you that, Laura, that at least so far you are the only character with healing capabilities in the group?
I'm not worried about it at all. I'm very good at healing, so everyone is safe.
Okay.
No, we're fucked. I've got 3 spell slots. That's it.
This has
I'm like,
I mean, it
like
hasn't
damage.
affected us yet,
That's the
but
kind of
she has
thing that
ran
I'm
out
used to,
Yeah.
so
many
it was
times. I feel
really
like
hard in
every
the
time we get into a
last-
battle,
that fight that we did, I was like, I could do another big, like, spell that would damage these creatures a lot, but then I would be down a big spell healing thing. So I had to do a cantrip that only did 1d12 damage instead of doing like 46 radiant. So no, but
No.
I mean,
look at the way she.
it's
I love the
hard
way
to
she just
balance
explained that.
Yeah.
especially when you've only got
Any,
a
like,
spell
So
slots.
low. I mean, like,
I
level
understand
two,
it at this
it's
point.
I know,
But like
I
other
know.
people would be like,
I'm
"What the
looking forward to
frick
having
did you
more
just say?"
I'm not
My
used to this
level
either.
5 wizard could wipe all you motherfuckers
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Except for probably Ash, because I would spare her so that we could have children.
She's
Yes, yes,
also
good.
really strong and has a lot of hit points.
That's true.
See, like,
Liam.
I'm sure
final
Brian
question
is
of the night
joking
for you
from
From Drunken Speed
final
Eater.
question of the night. Is this
After
already
the joys
over?
of playing a rogue, what are you looking forward to the most about playing a wizard? Is there anything particular that drew you to transmutation?
Yeah, but I'm not going to talk about that.
Okay. Talk to us about what led to your decision to become a
Transmutation.
wizard.
And he
Well, I mean,
recently
it's
freaked
been
out about
Travis,
burning
like,
bodies,
we've just
which
been hitting things for 3
could be
years, and
normal.
I'm looking forward to. I'm not gonna. I mean, I know I just did. I cast spell attacks in that battle, and that's probably what it's gonna be for like just the very beginning for his build. But
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to doing very little shit. I want to help everybody and make the field turn upside down.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Maybe more of like
Controller?
a tactician sort of?
Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
Oh gosh, that'd be cool.
Like,
Well, yeah, but I mean,
daunting
luckily we're starting at the bottom,
wizard.
so like
Okay.
I have very little, and it's just gonna be like.
right.
But rogue
Turning
just
on
kinda
things as
stayed
we
on
go.
one the whole
Yeah.
time.
I need so many
burn those
things. I
paths.
need tough. I need
Whoa.
disengage. I need so many things.
Well, guys.
yeah, see, they're waiting on
did you hear that
abilities and
HBO is
stuff.
rebooting the Garbage Pail Kids.
What?
And Taliesin has to get to his audition, so we better wrap up.
Are they really
We better
rebooting the
wrap
Garbage
up
Pail
for the
Kids?
night.
I love those cards.
It was that, or I was gonna say Max has to get to his audition for Jesus Christ Superstar, but
So apparently that is a joke. I was like, I've not seen a reboot. Garbage Pail Kids is a guilty
well, that
pleasure
is all
movie
the
of mine,
time we have
guys.
for tonight, friends. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you,
I know we can't
my friend.
answer a lot of stuff just yet. Also, Matt is going to come on a few weeks down the road. I want to wait to have him on because he can't really say, he doesn't really want to say anything
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
So
I
he wants
totally
to
get
A
it.
little bit more world building.
I'm
a little bit more
happy
stuff
I'm watching it
established
like
before
this.
He comes on. So if you don't see him on there, We didn't have another falling out. It's just that he wants to wave. If you're an Alpha subscriber, stick around for Talks Machina Becomes the Darkness on Alpha. I would like to hashtag thank my guest.
Oh, so there
courtesy this week
is
of
extra.
Sunflower 94.
Yay.
Tex-Mex Warlock Man.
Tex-Mex Warlock
Loving
Man.
pastries.
Aw.
Please bathe, I'm dying.
Loving pastries,
In
please
jail.
bathe, I'm dying.
In jail again, Sassy.
That's their names now.
And then, is this one me? I'm swearing away off screen. That's true. On screen, too. Critical Role Campaign 2, Episode 2 airs this week. Until then, please don't forget to love each other. And don't worry, it's almost Thursday. Stay tuned.
Thank you, my friend. All right, guys, that ended up working out beautifully. I didn't know, you guys probably told me, and Miranda might have told me as well, but the last 15 minutes is a different show. He said it's called Talks Machina Alpha Midnight. What did he call it? I don't know what that is. You guys let me know. But being as we're at a perfect time to take a break anyway, I don't know if I should or need to watch that. That sounds like something totally different. He said, join us next week for Critical Role Campaign 2, Episode 2. So this has got to be something totally separate. Just like Vox Machina is its own thing. Maybe that's another D&D related campaign or something that Brian's involved with and not Critical Role. I don't know. You guys let me know. All I know is if that happens at the end of each episode, this will work out great. This kind of just answered the question I had at the beginning, at least for Talks Machina. I was wondering, should I do them in 2 long episodes or 3 parts? If possibly, I was going to throw them up on Patreon, but based on the problem I'm having right now with the extreme amount of content I'm putting on Patreon, according to them, I'm happy it worked out like this. We'll split them in 2. They'll probably be 35 minutes apart. I might jump right into episode 2 because Miranda already messaged me and said she's pretty confident that there is no spoilers in all of episode 2. So I could just run with it. So I'll probably do that next, split it into 2 episodes, and then start episode 10. And you guys will all get that today. It is Sunday. You see, I always drop the first part of the new episode on Sunday. So you'll see how far I got based on what comes out when I drop episode 10, part 1. If you see tons of Talks Machina, then I successfully accomplished my goal. I also feel like I'm supposed to finish Scanlan's songs. I don't think I ever finished Scanlan's songs. And then I have Barry tonight. So I'm going to try to get as far ahead as possible. The whole campaign 1 thing I told you guys is on hold until I talk to Patreon and Vimeo and all that this week and figure out where I stand. I must be uploading videos in a way that is taking up way more than it should. I've got to compress them differently or something. I'll figure it out. But as far as this, very interesting. I really enjoy the questions they pick. I don't know how they formulate the questions they ask, but I'm sure that Brian goes through and asks the ones that make the most sense, because almost every question he asked are things I either asked and now know the answers of, or things I still think about but never got answers to or never asked you guys, because I asked probably 500,000 things. But the whole thing, like, where did all their origins come from? How long have they known each other? How they got into the groups they got into? I mean, it makes sense that Jester and Ford would be together because they're married together. So they knew each other's backstories. They kind of took a moment or a place where it could tie them together, and they met beforehand. Then Bo joined the adventure. Then Not and Caleb. Clearly, Liam and Sam were throwing ideas off each other. Liam even said, Sam says I picked his character and race, but he didn't technically. He said we were firing ideas off each other because they're probably closer than the other people. You can't be closer than Travis and Laura because they're married. But Sam and Liam seem very tight. Tal'dorei, I mean, they all seem very close. But Brian is married to Ashley. Travis is married to Laura. Liam and Sam seem to be very, very buddy-buddy. So, I mean, you got Tal'dorei on the outside. I mean, technically, Ashley, as far as the group goes, is already doing her own thing with the blind spot show and stuff. So she's probably the most isolated. But she comes and goes as she pleases. Right now, we've probably seen her in, I feel like, 3 episodes. Early on, somewhere in the middle, and just recently. And I feel like she is still going to be around for episode 10 because we never said goodbye to her. And she was the thumbnail for episode 9 as far as Critical Role did. I'm under the impression we're going to get Ashley for at least one more full episode, maybe a little longer. I don't know. They did talk about why she was back, because Blind Spot was on a break or something like that. I don't know. Maybe we got her for a bit, but Yash is awesome. We all took a bath, but Talks Machina, great stuff. I love Brian. The way Brian is an amazing host, at least in my opinion. I think the way he does it is great. No filter, curses, and talks to them like we're all a bunch of friends having some drinks, and that's basically what it is. I'm jumping into episode 2 of Talks Machina. You guys want to be way ahead, full unedited episodes, all the shows on the channel, seasons ahead, what you're seeing, hundreds of exclusives, the hour-long Patreon, dozens of things you will not see on YouTube. Probably not for a while, if not ever. Check the link. If not, comments down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.